All right, hello. We're back, obviously, for some more. What's this called? The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, right? I'm visiting family right now, so you might hear some wayward screams in the background. But yes, I figured I'd just play a round of this because I do want to see if there's some sort of ending or resolution to this. And it's a very low stakes game, so if I miss something or like if I have to stop recording really quickly because someone comes in and asks me questions, I can do that. I have my mic in a weird position right now. Like I'm facing the TV right now, and the mic is a little bit below and to the left of me, so my voice might kind of wander off. I'm not sure how it's gonna sound. But yes, we just started. It says please adjust the slider until the dog and the cat are friends. This is a new thing, so yay! Is that it? Until the number 5 becomes number 9. Oh, did I miss it? They're just fucking with me right now. Oh yes, and I'm doing it. I'm not live streaming. Yes, I'm just recording it like I would any other part of a video or whatever. So yeah, that's gonna be new and different, and I think I'm welcome to it. Just continue doing it this way, because I did notice when I was editing the first part of the Stanley Parable that it would have some really weird like streaming things, like I don't know even how to describe it. It looks like the the video was melting. So yes, until you stop adjusting the slider. Okay. Perfect. Which of the two made-up words below is the most appealing to you? Occuboinkle, Scrumtush. Occuboinkle. That sounds good. Please don't adjust the slider. How about that? Yes. Is the time that it is right now the correct time? I would assume so, yes. What is time anyway? No, I don't want it. Stop it. You haven't told me? Yes. I haven't told you a lot, actually. Help. No. Will you come back to visit me? Maybe, yeah. Nice. Oh, who put this here? Interesting. Very interesting. I don't recall. Did we? Obviously, I'm asking nobody right now.
When Stanley came to a set of two open, this was not the correct way to the meeting room.
Did we go to the red door?
Stanley knew it perfectly well.
On this,
perhaps
on the right
he wanted
side?
to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
I'm not sure.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first.
I guess, yeah, I guess I'll try.
Left.
I don't have anything else to do. Like any new.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years
This
ago.
door is still on my radar. I'm not sure what's the deal with it.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you.
Run!
All the... What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why?
No,
I don't know
just
how
want
to
all the
convince you
options.
of this, but
I
I
haven't even checked
really
the trophies.
do
That
want
might
to
give me a
help
good
you,
hint
to
of what
show
I
you
can do
something
left.
beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Okay.
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley?
Maybe.
I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think, well, I think I have a solution. Here,
Okay.
let me show you.
Wait, what if I run a couple more times? Is he gonna say anything about that? No? Okay. Fine. Oh. Okay. I was like, huh? Am I falling or what?
What do we want? What are we looking for? Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy.
I want to see if I can jump off of
feel
this.
happy.
Oh, I can't. Okay. Nice. I feel like this game, because I guess it's an indie game, so maybe they all just have the same look to it, but it constantly reminds me of The Long Dark, and maybe I'm just missing it a lot. But yeah, like that just reminded me of when there's a, what do you call it? The thing that happens in like the North Pole or whatever, Aurora Borealis. Even though it looked nothing like it, to be honest, but yeah, just like a night sky, right? And then you have just a beautiful bright light. Do I stay here? I'm gonna wait till the light show is over, and then we will see. I guess I'll check my phone and see. That's the good thing about doing it like this. I can edit up these parts that are unappealing to me personally, and probably to anyone watching. Okay, let's go. Is he gonna be offended that I left?
No, wait. Where are you going?
What?
Right. Where were we?
Oh, okay, see, that's what I wanted. Something like that, I guess. Can I duck? Yes. Woo! Woo! I do want to see what happens if I stay here long enough, but I always wanted to try the closet one. If I just stay in there for like an absurd amount of time, will anything happen? But I don't have the I don't have that in me. I can't do that. It's not in my soul. What if I try to leave again? Ooh, a pretty picture. Oh, wow.
Oh no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
It's okay, I can do it again.
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me. Please, Stanley, think about what you're doing.
I want to see what happens if I run back. You're right, that's not the answer. Then again, I can just restart it from the menu anyways. But you know, I'm gonna play along with you, sir. Ooh, it got prettier. Wait.
Good, good. We can't be too safe. Promise me you won't go back there. Just stay here.
Okay. That's enough fucking around, okay?
No. What do we talk about? You're risking everything we achieved here.
You know, narrator.
You heard me before, didn't you? You will die. What about this isn't getting through to you?
I must escape this prison. There's no jump button to what's the word? It starts with an E. Not, well, I guess accentuate could be the right word, but it's not that one. Now what happens if I go back?
You are going to stay here, aren't you?
So I guess this is the final form of the lights. I just want to see what he says. That's the thing. I guess in a game with no real rewards, that's the reward. That's a reward within itself. Finding all the dialogues. What can he say? I'm gonna assume that's the last one though, because he didn't say anything when I left again. So, goodbye, cruel world.
No!
Oh.
Oh, thank God you lived. You had me worried there for a moment. No, what are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this?
I don't have a health bar though, so I mean apparently I do if this works again. But I'm gonna go back one more time and see if he says anything.
There. See? This is what you want. This is where we can both be happy. We really can. If we stop moving, we just have to stop moving.
Okay. I'm out. Oh.
Stanley, go back. There's nothing good that can come from this.
I'm sorry, narrator guy. I should give him a name at this point, right? We're like lovers or something. We're like the best.
Do you
friends.
just not believe me? What can I say to convince you?
Give me trophies and I might consider it. Ah!
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you do that for me?
Sure. Yeah, I am walking slower, so it's implying that I'm hurt. I'm hurt. I'm gonna go one more time.
Perhaps you can. Perhaps you finally see what I'm talking about. I know you'll see. You'll see that we can't be happy if we leave this place. You can see that, can't you? No, perhaps not.
This is so off topic, but I have a juice.
My God, is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You are literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly?
But yes, I have this juice and it tastes just like that candy gel thing. I'm not sure if it's even still around, but I remember it from childhood. It's like literally just a gel candy thing, like a melted Jolly Rancher or some shit that you squeeze from a little tube and yeah, you eat it. It's just, yeah, that's what it is. And it tastes just like that.
Maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask. It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours.
See, I would go back to the thing, but we walk too slow now. If I survive this one...
Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
Hello? Good morning. Thank you for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation. We are confirming your shipment of 1,327 cardboard boxes to your place of work. Can you verify that this is correct?
Oh, was I supposed to tap it or something?
Understood. Your order will be canceled immediately. Thank you again for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation.
Wait a second. Oh! Aha!
At
Okay,
first,
so...
Stanley assumed he'd broken the map until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in?
Okay,
Okay,
so
I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
no.
Ah, then in that case we'll continue. But now, here comes the real question. What do you think would have happened if you had told me that you wanted this to stop? Do you think it would have been particularly different? Would I have taken the same idea but rephrased it superficially to fit that answer? Perhaps you never would even have thought of it if I hadn't brought up the issue in the first place. Oh, now think about it. Will it be worth it for you to restart and then come back here just to do the other option? Clearly, this whole
Yes.
gag takes some time. What if the other option is even longer? How long will you spend in total just to have heard all the narration? Oh, and this is rich. Perhaps you've just played the other option, and now you've come to see what happens in this one. So, what do you think? Which choice was the better one? Imagine if you had selected continue on your first playthrough, how tantalizing it would be not knowing what happens when you pick the other option. Indeed, you are one of the lucky ones. Though if the other option is really miserable to listen to, then perhaps you're not. In fact, I'm just going to say that no one who's listening to this is lucky. Well now, I've built up the other option so much that I'm going to stop talking and leave you to your decision whether to come back here, continue with the game, or just sit in this spot forever and ever. Cheers.
Okay, so I think it's worth it to try the other one. Do I actually? Why not? I can climb on the desk, and I did that before, but I just didn't, know where to go. Ooh.
All of
this
his
is nice.
co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had
bastard.
simply missed a memo.
I wanted to. No, I wanted. So, do I do anything here? Can I get up this chair? I can usually get up the chairs. I guess not. Okay. I'm gonna. Oh! Whiteboard ending! Yay! We won! Oh, nice. Okay. Nice.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Alright.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go any way except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
We haven't seen. What's this? Please, no screenshots.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
This one.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Happy 12th birthday, step-niece, it is. Or
Okay.
actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision.
Ooh,
We're
merch.
moving on.
Reassurance bucket. Oh, is this it?
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I am happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting.
Nice.
You may even come to long
So yeah,
for
we
the
just
gentle
missed it the first
embrace
time.
of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try.
Yay! We won.
Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person.
Oh, okay.
The benefits of the bucket seem to go on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
Nice. We got our bucket. Let's go.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium. You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward.
Okay. I'm gonna stay here for a little bit, though, you know.
Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top.
I have my
Maybe do it
bucket.
on
It's
the
okay.
sooner rather than later spectrum of things.
This bucket will protect me.
Okay, Stanley, I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole. Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely
It's a little dot.
I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a...
Oh.
Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole. You found me out, Stanley. I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever. Look, I think the issue here is just that you're unusually fascinated by falling. What normal person actually wants to fall infinitely? I figured the hole was as deep as anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem.
Every
Look,
pause
things got a
button
little
is
heated
a Roman
there. I think
numeral
we
2.
both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't
Just
we
the
just
two of
put
us.
all this behind us and agree to just call the whole mostly infinite? If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready.
Okay. Are we ready? 1, 2, 3.
Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel.
Nice. We got the whole... It's not an ending, really, but it's something. I think that's about it, though. The infinite hole, the easy trophy thing is nothing. Jump circle, collectibles. It's blocked off. Here, wait, maybe we could check here. Jump circle. This map. I guess that's where we're at right now. Free trophy, we did. We did that as well. Merch, that's behind us, I think. Or on this side. Reassurance bucket. Settings world champion. That one was blocked off. Interestingly enough. Office decorations. I don't think we've seen that. Epilogue. This is nothing either. I don't know. I feel like I may have cut him off. I'm not sure though. I will go back a third time just to see if any of these infinite hole did. Yes, and now the exit. Okay, so I will be back a third time. We got our bucket now as well, so.
All right. Have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now?
Yes. Where's my bucket? Yeah.
Stanley picked up the bucket.
What can I do with this? Cause yeah, with the bucket, there's a whole bunch of different endings. There was one over here as well, I believe. On this.
Stanley clung the bucket to his cheek. Could his co-workers really all be gone?
Oh, how do I get up there? Wait. Nice.
Yes.
Whispered the bucket into Stanley's ear.
We've done it. We've escaped from that dull office and that pesky narrator. At last, out here in the white void, we are alone. Now, and for the first time, I can reveal to you my true self.
The bucket began to tell Stanley of its life and its history, of the countless wars it witnessed, desecrating the land and lives of untold numbers of innocent humans, and the bucket's own complicity therein, of sadness and regret, and the many years it spent dwelling on the actions it might have taken to curb the madness and the decay, if only it had been stronger, of hope and redemption, and its crusade to uplift the stock of life for the common man, to manifest justice where none existed, and the bittersweet reality of time, to see one's dreams and wishes met halfway, meted out in parcels like charity, and abandoned as soon as the warm glow of inspiration begins to dim. The opportunities to do so much more. There was so much it could have done, perhaps, the bucket wondered to itself. Perhaps, if it had seen its own darkness with a clearer perception. This was way too much for Stanley.
What are you talking about?
He screamed.
You're a bucket!
To this, the bucket furrowed its brow.
No,
Said the bucket.
Yeah.
not since the evil wizard Gambhorata first ensnared me in his machinations as payback for the sacred amulet I stole from his treasured vaults. I was young back then and could not conceive the ramifications of... No!
Stanley screamed even louder this time.
This is stupid! You are a bucket! This is so stupid! Why are we even doing this?
As Stanley screamed and screamed and screamed, the bucket revealed its true form, transforming into a mighty beast of untold power, its
yeah?
fangs glistening like...
Okay. Nice.
My God, Stanley, you did it. You saved us from the
Teabag it.
bucket. Thank God you already had all 12 emblems of sages and knew the incantations to summon their true power. Otherwise, we would have easily been overwhelmed by the bucket's power. I'm speechless. You've demonstrated
For
such
real.
bravery here today. Come, let's restart the game, and we'll agree to never again go trifling with this bucket, nor the dark magic cast away inside of it.
I definitely will. Room closet. Hello.
Oh, Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket. You can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy? It's as clear as day. This broom closet believes it deserves the bucket. I can really feel it now. It's a bucket. It belongs in a broom closet. That's what the broom closet is trying to say here. It's supposed to go with the other cleaning supplies. Good for you, Stanley. Don't give in. Don't hand over the bucket. I know how hard it must be, given the pressure that the broom closet is putting on your shoulders right now, but you have to be strong. This is your bucket. This is your companion and lifelong friend. You can't hand it over. Oh, no. We're getting into name-calling now, it seems. Is this how low the broom closet has sunk, that it has to resort to this stream of petty insults simply in order to get you to hand over the bucket? Stanley, I never liked this broom closet for a variety of reasons, but even this is worse than I had imagined. And wait, now the broom closet has the gall to imply that you and the bucket are not truly deep and lasting friends? That your relationship is purely superficial and convenient?
That your
Yes.
life is so banal and meaningless that you'd feel the same sort of kinship towards any inanimate object which happened to lay in your path in an even partially enticing manner? Well, I never. Go on, Stanley. Lay into it. Really tell the broom closet off for its demeaning comments.
Okay.
Expand on the wide variety of experiences you and the bucket have shared together. Go through each of them point by point. Share your journal entries detailing the rich emotional landscape of your feelings for the bucket as they have changed and evolved over the years. Let him have it.
There. I'm teabagging it. That's all I can do.
Okay, I've got you something which I think will help settle this debate once and for all. Here we go. There.
Yay!
Now it's settled. No more debate, no more discussion. Take a hike, broom closet, with all your meandering philosophical diatribes about the nature of cleaning supplies and their relationship to broom closets in the natural order of things.
Is that it?
All right, I've got a second sticker back here, and I'm going to slap it on as well because I think it's appropriate. You
Yeah.
see? I feel that it works because the sticker is also a bucket. That way, if you're ever unsure whether the thing you're holding is a bucket or not, you can look down at this sticker and say to yourself, ah, it's a bucket. There really is a wide variety of applications for this sticker. You know what? I could take the name-calling and the dismissal of your kinship with the bucket, but now the broom closet is just giving us the silent treatment. And to be honest, I'm sick of the pettiness on display. You can stay here all you like, but I've had it with this impetulant room of cleaning supplies. Easily the most childish such room I've ever been in. I'll see you outside, and we can get on with the story about you and your bucket. The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
Oh. Okay, so we went down, so now we go up again. But what does that do? Huh. Oh, we gotta wait.
Wait, Stanley said to the bucket. Can we go back up? When I was pressing those keypad buttons, there was something very intriguing about the number 3. I want to go back so I can try pressing the number 3 again. The bucket said nothing.
Can I back out now? Or...
Here we are, said Stanley. Now I'm going to try out that number 3 button.
Sure.
He took the bucket over to the keypad and began absolutely slamming on the number 3 over and over and over. Wow, he said. The number 3 is such a special button. I'm having the time of my life. Stanley looked expectantly at the bucket, but the bucket remained silent. This was a shock to Stanley, who had always felt such a connection with the bucket. How was this not as exciting to the bucket as it was to him? Once Stanley had had enough of the number 3, he got back in the elevator.
Okay. So we have to do this 4 more times, basically, which kind of sucks, but I think I get it now.
Perhaps the bucket had missed something. Perhaps it had not seen how much joy Stanley got from slamming the number 3 repeatedly.
Let's go back up.
No, 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 said Stanley to the bucket. You can't go on yet. Not till you understand how much the number 3 means to me. You and I have been through so much together, and I just want you to see what I see. Feel the happiness I feel. He smiled at the bucket, and the bucket said nothing. Here we go, said Stanley. This time I'll really show you. He ran to the number 3 and began to wail on it like a musician on a beloved instrument, weaving a concerto of truth and passion. He wielded the number 3 like a fine artist would wield a paintbrush. He told stories through the number 3, stories of his dreams and hopes and fears, and the whole time he looked to his bucket for a reaction of some kind, anything to let him know that the bucket appreciated what he was doing. The bucket conveyed absolutely nothing at all. only silence. Crushed by a wave of dejection,
Aw.
Stanley returned to the elevator. Stanley and the bucket were so close. They'd always been there for one another. Why suddenly could the bucket not connect with this passion of Stanley's? The question caused Stanley to ruminate the whole way down the elevator. He knew that there must be a way to get through to the bucket, to communicate fully with his dear friend. Surely there was a solution, mustn't there be? "Ah," said Stanley. "I know what to do. I know how to fully express this feeling in my heart." He decided right then and there that he would hold a press conference where he would speak to the public on all matters relating to pressing the number 3 over and over. He would elaborate fully on what the number 3 meant to him and why he felt so alive when pressing it. Then the bucket would be able to see his joy through the eyes of others. It would get to see the world react to this discovery of Stanley's. And it would be through the public eye that the bucket would finally understand Stanley's work.
I have the bucket.
For months, he advertised and marketed his press conference, building excitement around it, developing and rehearsing it, until it couldn't be refined a single measure further. When the big day arrived, Stanley was as prepared as he'd ever been for anything in his life.
Oh, I heard that. Ew, that sounded like Minecraft. Tell me not. To the stage. 333. 33333.
This was it. One last chance to win the bucket over. One opportunity to share a true connection with a loved one.
Let's see. What you got?
There was no one here.
Ooh, catwalk.
Nobody had come to the press conference to hear Stanley speak, to listen to him talk about what it really means to press the number 3 on a keypad over and over. He was unloved, uninteresting, he was a failure, and in that moment Stanley knew that the bucket would never again take him seriously. There would be no connection, no deeper understanding. The bucket merely sat there in his arms, indifferent. And so it began that slowly, over many years, the two of them grew more and more distant. They spoke less and less, neither wishing to state the obvious, that any sense of real respect between them had eroded since that day at the press conference. There would be no more games, no more long conversations about passion and pursuit, only a silence that consumed the space between friends. And Stanley, having for once in his life discovered the warmth and comfort of true companionship, was cast back into the unremarkable normalcy of loneliness.
Is that it? Yeah, we did it. Okay.